Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, hello. If you've been here before, welcome back. And it would be great if you could subscribe if you haven't already. Really helps to keep my channel going and it means I can come back and give you lots of content. So go ahead, click the subscribe button and the little bell and come back for more. Tonight's video is an impromptu one. Normally how I do my videos is I work rota based in my main time job. So what I do is on the 2 days that I'm off, which is possibly the weekend or like a midweek, I will film the videos then as I've got more time to do it and I can put my face on rather than being barefaced like I am. The reason for tonight's video is one of my friends, Lauren Hodgson, she has a blog called the Student Life blog. Sorry if I got the wrong Lauren, but I will make sure I put the link in. And me and her have been chatting away and becoming good friends and getting to know each other. And Lauren is wanting to get people to guest on her blog with advice on university experiences, college experiences, or just to guest star in other blog posts. I didn't go to university, but I did go to college, so I am going to submit my experience on that, more so my experience on accommodation at college, to Lauren later on in the week, and she's going to incorporate that into a blog. And she asked me if I would film this video to go along with it, so here we go. So basically I went to college in Glasgow to do HND and complementary therapies, which is massage, reflexology, aromatherapy, all that sort of thing. The more holistic side to healing. So when I was in my first year at college, I stayed in Victoria Halls in Glasgow, which is just up behind a Buchanan bus station. Well, before I went there, and now I work in a college and I clean student accommodation, which obviously has its pros and cons in all things, because you've got lovely rooms, not so lovely rooms, blah blah blah. And basically I shared a flat with two boys. Well, it started off with two boys and one girl at the start, and then another girl moved in. And then one of the girls moved out because she had her reasons for going. I'm not going to go into anybody's personal details. I'm not going to mention any names. So basically it was a shared flat. It wasn't all boys or all girls, but when you fill in the form you can choose who you wish to share with. Now I was thinking to myself, I think it would be best to share with boys and girls, because sometimes all girls can be like a bitchy situation. So I thought, why not go for that? For the first week or so when I was in the halls, it was just me, myself, because no one else's course was starting that early. So it was really quiet and just not a lot happening. And I was like, oh my God, you know, just a bit sort of like, when is someone going to move in? Then everybody moved in and I was like, great, the people are lovely. I got on with them all fine. My issue with the student halls was, oh my God, the noise. Now, obviously, I know it's halls. A lot of students are leaving home. They're 17. They're going mad. You're going to expect noise, and you just have to expect noise. I would have said that I was never really a deep sleeper anyway, but moving into halls of residence, no sleep was possible for me. I just heard everything. And what made it a complete and utter nightmare was the fact that it was almost like a brothel underneath me. I think it was a flat of boys downstairs, and TMI, it was TMI, too much information on the old sexual front, and I just couldn't bear it. Now, I'm no prude, you know what I mean? Do what you must do. I mean, the guys, one of the guys that I stayed in the flat with, he had a girlfriend. I'm sure they were getting on, but I never heard a thing. I was a single girl, you know, one of the other girls was single, you know, there's a time and a place and there's no needs and all that sort of things. So yes, I put up with that for a year, and I spent a lot of time staying at friends' places more than sleeping there because, oh my God, I just couldn't deal with it. And it, you know, obviously, if you're someone that can sleep through that and be able to do your studies, then it's all good. Apart from that, I would say that everybody should experience a bit of time in student halls because it's not something I regret. I mean, okay, people were getting on, it isn't very pleasant to hear, and you especially don't want to hear it nearly every single night for a year, and I'm not exaggerating, it pretty much was like a brothel. And if I can hear it, everybody was hearing it, so I feel sorry for whoever was at the opposite sides in that. It was just like a brothel, total brothel. So that was my first experience of that. So when I came home for the summer holidays in my first year, I then decided that I would have to find a flat share because I was hoping that it would be like most folk do and they would make friends with people at college, find someone they could share a flat with, and then I could share a flat with someone that I knew and I was comfortable with. As it turned out, they either had boyfriends or stayed with their family because it was cheaper, which is fair enough, or they had their own flat already. So I ended up going onto a flat share website and I found a couple of flats. Now my dad's from Glasgow, so he knows the area a lot better. So we went and looked at one flat in Springburn and he was like, nah, no way, too rough, not staying here, nah, no way. So that was that. Then we picked a flat in Annie's Land and it was with two girls and they seemed nice enough. They were, neither of them were students. They both worked in a bar and things. And I thought, okay, surely this is going to be much better. You know, they're out at work, I'm at college, blah, 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 great news. So it started off well, you know, they gave me a card and some chocolates to welcome me and I thought that's really nice. First night in the flat, I was there on my own because they both had work. And then when they came back, I was still up because it was a new experience, you know, a new place. So we had a chat and things were fine. I think within the first week or so, there was only one, in fact, it's the only time we all had a drink together and it was a really good laugh and everything. I thought these girls, you know, they seemed really nice. I mean, one of them was quite messy and whatever, but I was like, that's just the way things are. Boy, was I wrong. As time progressed, I was just like, right, okay. Obviously, it turned out they both had boyfriends and I thought, okay, you know, now and again you're maybe going to hear a little bit of sexual activity going on, you can let that slide. But I don't know whether it's just me, but seriously, I just think there is a time and a place. Yes, it is your home, but have a bit of respect for other people. So basically this girl would literally be having sex as loud as could be and not only not caring that me and the other girl could hear her or if we had guests or someone over, but she would do it with her bedroom door wide open. And it wasn't just with one guy, it was every Tom, Dick and Harry you could find. They'd be coming in and out, they'd be eating not just her food, they'd be eating our food, they'd be using our products in the bathroom and not replacing it and she wouldn't be replacing it. It was just too much. She would also use every single dish you could possibly find in the kitchen and not wash them, meaning that myself and the other girl would have to wash them for us to use them. So I was just like, come on, like, I'm not a confrontational person. I don't need this in my life. Like, you're supposed to be an adult, like, have some respect, you know, or live on your own. So there was one particular day I came home from college and I'd had my washing on and it was dumped on the floor because she needed her washing done. So she just dumped all my wet stuff on the floor and put her own washing in. I mean, who does that? It's just like, come on. So I was beginning to think, right, I can't deal with this, but I'm nearly halfway through my course. You know, I'll just put up with it. And then one night, this girl sat me down and she said that I was stealing their stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I am not stealing your stuff. I have never stolen anything from them. I was like, where's your proof? Like, you can't just accuse people. And she was like, you're stealing your stuff and we think it's time that you looked for somewhere else to live. We'll give you a month to get out. So, of course, I was like really upset by this and like, oh my God. So I contacted the landlord and he was just like, well, they haven't got the right to kick you out. So you're going to have to try and sort this out. So I spoke to a few friends and everything and they were just like, you know, it's not on, they can't, you know, we've got to try and help the situation. So then I thought to myself, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. I was getting the cold shoulder all the time. Not that we were big bosom buddies. That's why I wasn't living with them. I needed somewhere to stay. It wasn't to make friends. I've got friends. But when you're living with people 24/7 and they are ignoring you, it is horrible. So I decided I need to find somewhere else because I couldn't stay with any of my friends, or I couldn't afford to live on my own. You know, my mum passed away, my dad doesn't work, he can't afford to help me out. So I went onto the same site that I found that flat, and lo and behold, there was my room advertised for rent with all my stuff in it. The girl had only gone into my room when I wasn't there with all my belongings and posted pictures onto the Flatshare site saying viewings and come and view, you know, the room's free. I mean, who does that? What right did she have to do that? So naturally I was like really, really upset, and because I'm not a confrontational person, I thought, how can I confront her about this? So I sent a message to the people that own the site saying that, you know, I was made unaware of this. This room has all my belongings in it and they had no right to do it. I am still on that contract and I am paying rent for that. So they removed it. And I contacted the landlord, and basically he was just like, oh, well, you know, all you can do is sort it out with them. Like, what really can I do? So I was like, oh my God, I can't deal with this anymore. So to cut a long story short, and I'm not going to go into my other reasons why, it was starting to affect my health, and I just thought, this is not worth it. I cannot do this anymore. So I literally phoned my dad up, explained the situation and said, come and get me. Now, I stay in Isle of Skye, so my dad had to drive 6 hours or 6 hours, whatever it takes in the car from Skye to Glasgow. I packed up all my stuff. I didn't even tell the girls I was leaving. I didn't even tell the landlord I was leaving. And I just thought, why should I leave my rent when I'm being treated like this? So I basically packed up all my stuff. My dad picked me up and I left. And I just left the key on the side, didn't leave a note or nothing, and just left them to it. I thought, I wouldn't even treat my worst enemy the way they treated me. They just had such attitudes. So basically, I ended up having to give up my course midway through the second year. So in the tail end, I didn't get my HND in complementary therapies. But what I did do later on, when I got myself together, was I went and I did a massage diploma through BSY, and I managed to get my massage diploma then. Now, still to this day, I've never done a job doing massage, but at least I can say that I gave it a go. I don't regret going to college. I don't regret the experience, but all I would say is never, ever, ever again would I share a flat with anybody that I didn't know. The only way I would go back to college and be in that situation is, one, if I was the one in the flat and I was looking for the person, or two, if I could afford to either be in the flat myself or I could share it with a friend or a partner. So that is my experience on the student accommodation side of things. My course was great. The girls I was on the course with were very nice. And the teachers, yeah, they were good too. The actual college itself was fine. The accommodation side of it was a complete nightmare. So my advice to you out there, if you are planning on going to college, unless, one, you can afford to live in a flat on your own, fantastic, or you've got a friend you can share with, or a few friends, even better. Or if you're going to get a flat share with people that you do not know, good luck. Let's hope that you find someone nice, because there are some belters out there, and that's a good Glasgow banter saying, as there are some right weird people out there. And if you're going to stay in student halls, then good luck. It is an experience. Take it all in your stride. And I wish you all the best of luck in your journey at college or university. And thank you for watching. And I would also like to thank Lauren for her much loved support that she's shown me. Me and Lauren haven't even met. We've only been chatting on Twitter and online. But it's great to make new friends. Please like and subscribe my channel. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye.